You are losing up to 40% of your brain's usable power every single day, and it's not because you lack intelligence or skill. It's because your mental field is cluttered with open loops, micro-distractions, and unprocessed fragments of thought that act like background apps on a phone, constantly draining battery without you noticing. The truth is, high performance is not only about what you focus on, but about what you have the capacity to focus on in the first place. And right now, your cognitive field is noisy. That noise is killing your speed, clarity, and execution under pressure. This is where the cognitive focus protocol, what I call the clean field, comes in. It is a system designed to strip away mental noise so you can operate with maximum precision from the moment you start your day until the moment you shut down at night. Think of your mind like a high-end processor. If the workspace is cluttered with unnecessary files, outdated programs, and too many tabs open, even the fastest chip slows down. Your mental processor works the same way. The clean field protocol works by deliberately clearing the cognitive surface so your entire processing power is aimed at the single most important task in front of you. The protocol has 3 phases: Purge, Prime, and Protect. You start with Purge. Before you do anything important, you must flush the low-level distractions out of your working memory. Neuroscience tells us that your prefrontal cortex, the brain's decision and planning center, can only hold a handful of items at once. When it's filled with small, unresolved tasks, it leaves almost no room for deep problem solving. The purge is simple. Take 5 minutes at the start of your day and perform a rapid capture. Write down every unfinished task, random thought, or pending decision. Do not try to organize it, just dump it out of your head. The act of externalizing these items signals to your hippocampus that they are now stored safely outside of memory, freeing up space instantly. As soon as you finish, scan the list and identify the single high-leverage task that will move your results the most today. That becomes your anchor. Next is Prime. This phase sets your brain into the exact state needed for high-focus work. Most people make the mistake of starting critical work cold, like trying to sprint without warming up. You need a neural warm-up. The most effective method is to use what I call a precision trigger. This is a short ritual that you perform only before entering deep work, conditioning your brain to associate it with high-output performance. It could be a specific breathing sequence, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4, exhaling for 6, holding for 2, combined with a set physical action like placing both feet firmly on the ground and leaning forward. Over time, this pairing becomes a switch that moves you into focus mode on command. During the prime phase, you also want to define the boundaries of your cognitive field. That means setting a clear outcome for the session. You do not say, "Work on presentation." You say, "Complete the first draft of the presentation outline with all key points in place." The brain works faster and with less wasted effort when it has a specific measurable end state to target. Finally comes Protect. This is where most people fail because even if you purge and prime, your field will get contaminated again if you do not actively guard it. Protection means engineering your environment so the only inputs reaching your attention are directly relevant to the task at hand. Start by eliminating reactive triggers. Put your phone in another room or in airplane mode. Close all browser tabs unrelated to your objective. If your work involves a computer, use full screen mode to remove visual clutter. Your visual field is a direct input channel to your attentional system. What you see, your brain processes, even if you are not aware of it. Protect also means controlling auditory input. If you cannot work in silence, choose consistent, non-lyrical background sound that fades into the background rather than pulling your attention forward. Once your environment is secured, you set interruption boundaries. This is not just about telling people not to disturb you. It is about giving them a specific window when you will be available. This allows your brain to relax into the task because it knows when it will be able to address outside demands. The science behind the Protect phase comes from studies on attentional residue. Every time you switch from one task to another, a residue of the previous task stays active in your brain, slowing down your processing speed for the next one. By eliminating switches, you prevent residue from building up and keep your cognitive field clean. There is also a maintenance layer to the clean field protocol. You do not just purge in the morning. Throughout the day, anytime you feel mental clutter building, you do a micro-purge. This can be as quick as 30 seconds, jotting down any intrusive thoughts and parking them for later. The key is to prevent those thoughts from sitting in working memory while you are trying to perform. Another maintenance tactic is what I call field resets. These are 1 to 2 minute breaks where you deliberately disengage from all inputs. Close your eyes, release muscular tension, and breathe slowly. These resets flush residual activity and bring your prefrontal cortex back to a clear state. You should also schedule a full purge at the end of the day. This closes all open loops before you go into recovery mode, which improves sleep quality and primes you to start the next day with an already clean field. One of the most powerful outcomes of running this protocol daily is how it compounds. At first, you will notice bursts of clarity during your work sessions. Over time, your default mental state shifts toward calm readiness. Your baseline noise level drops because your brain learns that you will regularly offload and reset it. This is the same principle elite athletes use when they keep their bodies in a constant state of readiness. They do not wait until game day to get in shape. You want your brain to live in a constant state of cognitive readiness. There is a deeper psychological benefit as well. When you operate from a clean field, you experience what researchers call flow entry acceleration. This is the ability to drop into deep, immersive work faster and more consistently. Flow is not random. It is the result of having a clear goal, immediate feedback, and the absence of distractions. The Clean Field Protocol systematically sets up all three conditions. You know exactly what you are working on. You get constant feedback by seeing progress toward your target, and your environment and mental state are engineered to eliminate noise. Applying this protocol gives you leverage in every domain. In business, it means you outpace competitors not by working more hours, but by getting more real work done per hour. In negotiations, it means you can think 2 steps ahead while the other side is still mentally processing the last move. In creative work, it means you access original ideas because your cognitive bandwidth is not spent juggling low-level tasks. The Clean Field is not a one-time hack. It is a permanent upgrade to your operating system. The longer you run it, the more you notice when noise creeps in and the faster you clear it. Eventually, you will not be able to tolerate working any other way because you will know exactly what it feels like to operate at your true cognitive capacity. If you are serious about building an arsenal of mental codes that let you dominate the game you are playing, the Clean Field is where you start. This is not about managing distractions. It is about erasing them before they even appear, so all of your power is aimed forward. Run this protocol for the next week and measure your output. Once you see the jump in speed, clarity, and execution, you will understand why top performers protect their cognitive field like it is their most valuable asset. Because it is. And if you want to keep stacking protocols like this, building a complete arsenal of mental codes for success, subscribe to Success Code now. Every week, we arm you with the exact systems the world's elite use to stay ahead, so you never have to play catch-up again.